All right, welcome everyone. This is Dr. Norbert coming to you live from London on a special double-header weekend. Let me get the webcams going. Boom, boom, and boom. We are super stoked today because we have another quarterfinals match from the Season 13 MCP TTS League, and we are here to stream it because it is with the mighty Pat Dunford from England against the equally titanic Jacob Deaton from Iowa in the United States. With me tonight, special guest host. You know him from his incredible MCP gameplay, of course, plus his co-hosting abilities on the Alfredo's Size 3 Taco Truck podcast, plus his masterful running of the Second Wind legendary microbrewery-based convention, and the confidant of a certain baron on YouTube. It's the one and only Vince Kirkov. Hello, Vince.
Yeah, wow, such fanfare for me. Yeah, hi. I've wanted to do this with you for a while, and you've asked me to, but it never lines up, and it lined up this time, so I said yes.
Yes, I'm so glad you're here. Now, the boys are anxious, so let me get straight into the roster so we can... Oh, they did it. A hit on me. No, let me do the other one real quick. No. Okay, we will not know what they actually took all together, but we'll eventually find out. Let's take a look and see who won priority. It looks like Pat won priority, so we'll have to see who took what. Let me just ask them. Chose crises and threat level. Okay. Question mark. Okay, cool. So let's tune into the crises. So Pat won, and so he will have decided either extract or secures. The secure that got picked up is Cosmic Evasion. So this is the D map with 4 Cosmic Vaults, and you let's see, in the power phase, people have to roll 1 die for any character that's within 1 of a vault, and if it's a crit or a wild, that character gets 2 power, but is also pushed short by the opposing player. Okay, so you get to...
I assume Pat is on spiders then, on Web Warriors, because they're like the only ones that play this scenario.
Well, he's been actually playing an extract-focused Wakanda roster as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it could be Wakanda as well. So let's see. But good thought, absolutely. And then the classic Fear Grips. We'll see if anybody remembers to pay the extra Team Tactics card tax. It's always a fun time. And so it'll be 16 or 18. The map tonight comes to us by Mike DeLuca. Yay! I know Mike's getting ready for his Adepticon run. He'll be there today in a couple of days' time. I think you're going as well, Vince. Is that right?
It's in my backyard. Like,
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago. Yeah, I will be there, be doing my best. And Hank, who runs Adepticon, lends us all the terrain to run Second Wind. So
Right, cool.
I will come to anything he plans.
Yeah. Hank's a legendary guy. What a dude.
Awesome.
He actually shipped some of that same terrain over to us at the WTC, so we kind of split it between us that last year.
Which is psychotic, in my opinion. Like, that's insane. Like, there was no better place to get terrain from than Chicago.
I don't know. That's how Gil worked it out, so I'm not going to ask. Anyway, so Mike's going to Adepticon, but he's designed this map, which is called Swing Into Action, which is a great one. This is a real fun one, and it could be really interesting if we have a lot of Web Warriors here. So let's take a look at this map while we get ready for the boys. Okay. Yeah, this is the one where there's a bank over here, size 5, size 3 dumpling restaurant, good old dumplings, size 2 bus stop. So the police cars are all size 2. Here's the van, the getaway van, size 3. I love this. Mike did a really nice story on this one. Pagani's, of course, Pagani's Ale House there, size 4, size 3, size 2, and size 2. The extracts and secures are all in the same pattern, the D pattern. So you'll see one here all the way at the top, the Pagani's Ale House. You'll see one here at the very bottom of your screen in the street, and then right by the getaway van, and then by the cops over here.
All right. This map has what I like to call the Pat Dunford special, where there is a side of the board where you cannot deploy all the way forward because of where the thing is. So I believe the bank is just past 3. So you can't put anything on that deployment line all the way.
Right. Right.
And this is a feature, this is on every one of Pat Dunford's maps. And I do think it's an interesting wrinkle when you're designing maps to put in there. But as a player, it annoys the daylights out of me.
Yeah. Excellent. So it looks like they activated 18 threats. So we'll let these things roll into the screen and we'll go take a look. Pat Dunford is going to be in red tonight. Pat Dunford, of course, from England, so very appropriate that he's playing the red corner. And then let's see, here we go, Vince. Shuri, Miles, Storm, Black Panther, 1, and Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, look at that. Okay.
So it is Wakanda. But almost spiders.
Yep. Then he's taken Wakanda Forever, Advanced R&D, Spirit of Wakanda, the new hotness, Brace, and Mission Objective.
Just a bunch of balanced cards over there.
Is the Spirit of Wakanda making the rounds in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, so we just, spoilers for anybody coming to Adepticon, we just put Pat on it. Pat had been experimenting with Spider Foes and Hellfire a bunch, and I think Wakanda just does it better. Because they play kind of the same game, but they get off to a huge head start with the interaction of Advanced R&D and Spirit of Wakanda. Now that CGR has been removed, I think this is the big boogeyman of the format, or at least the thing that I'm the most scared of when I play.
Would you say it's
very
basically good. Web Warriors, but gets turbocharged from the start of their game? Is that how this is characterized?
Yeah, it's more secure leaning. It has less extract play, whereas like Web Warriors are like one of the most efficient teams that largely play the game pretty fairly. Like they just have like all the ways to like steal extracts from you. And if the game ever moves away, like the game is very extract focused right now. And if the game ever like kind of shifts away from being extract focused, it's going to become like I think Web Warriors will go down a peg or two.
I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that, Vince, because I have an interesting observation about the history of the game that you kind of triggered in my head. So let's take a look at Jacob. He's in blue, red, white, USA blue. Awesome. This is perfect. He is taking the wonderful, spectacular Spider-Man card. He is taking who is this? This must be King T'Challa. Ooh, King T'Challa is coming along. Elektra with her hand ninjas, Black Cat, and Miles Morales. He's taking Advanced R&D, all webbed up, Brace for Impact, Fallback, and Spider Tracker. So Web Warriors, but really kind of an interesting build I haven't seen before.
Yeah, the grunts are very interesting.
Why is that?
So it's going to be a way for. So I suspect this is going to be a way to put an extract on Miles and have Miles be able to run around with extra power from hammers, but not have to give up turn 2 web swing. So I think like the grunts are very interesting here, and the grunts mechanic I think is just like one of the strongest mechanics in the game right now, where even the worst grunts character is still like very meta playable.
I hear say, though, that the hand ninjas in the hands of Elektra are better than they are with Shadowland Daredevil.
Yes, I would agree with that as well. I think Shadowland's Daredevil is just a pretty mopey character in general. I think he's just like fundamentally really uninteresting.
Yeah, he does his one thing, and then if it doesn't work, it's like, then usually the ninjas are the ones who show off and get the job done.
That's how my Nick Fury is as well.
Right. They're almost fully deployed. Let me catch up with. Welcome everybody in the chat. You guys are on fire already, saying all the things in the chat. I'm so glad you're here. Vince will be monitoring the chat as well and putting his unique blend of comedy and stiletto-like wit into it, I'm sure. Welcome, Pat, PHP Chrono, Jumanji's here. Good old Steven Swayze. Good old Nigel. You know Nigel, don't you, Vince?
Yeah, he manufactures the tokens for my Patreon. Plug.
Yes, he does a great job.
You should. They're fantastic. And speaking of plugging things,
Go ahead.
I'm running an event in May.
Oh.
And by I'm running, I mean that on paper Nate's running it, but I'm actually doing all of the work. And it's called Squad Goals. It is a WTC style event in Chicago.
Awesome.
May 18, 19.
Nice.
SquadGoalsMCP.com.
That sounds
please
great.
Come to the event.
So these are 5-person teams, and it's being
3 actually.
You're doing 3. Okay. 3-person teams, and that's great. And how many teams are you looking to fill?
I have space for 32 teams.
Perfect.
So we have
wow.
We have 13 team seats left, so we're over half full, and it's going to be a really good time.
That sounds
amazing.
It's
going to be a big event no matter what.
Good for you. And second win planning is underway?
Yes, we contacted the brewery 2 days ago because their deadline is do not want to talk about it until mid-March.
Okay.
And for free space, who am I to quibble?
No, that's the way to do it. So no dates just yet to announce.
No, but it's going to be in October almost certainly.
Yeah.
So
okay. All right. You're aware of the WTC dates this time?
Yes, I'm aware that WTC took the date that we had been there for 5 years, same date, or we had been on 4 of the 5 years had been on the same date, and WTC was like, this date seems like it has nothing here. They're not like 100% wrong, but also like it doesn't really behoove us to plan around them.
Yeah, I just wanted to see you and Nate there mostly at the WTC. That is.
I mean, it's gonna be tough for me this year, kind of no matter what.
Yeah.
But that's the main thing, is that it just denies the Alfredo's guys from going, the people that run Second Wind.
All right, let's see what the deployment looks like.
Yeah, for sure.
Pat is putting Amazing Spider-Man dead center. Then he went hard right with Shuri, Storm, and Miles Morales. I don't think he did anything else. Wow, he just went hard right. He's doing the classic thing where you kind of focus on one kind of half of the diamond rather than all 3 sides. Meanwhile, Deaton has put King T'Challa straight in the middle. To the right is Black Cat. To the right of her is the Hand Ninjas. Flanking hard right, Spectacular Spider-Man and Miles Morales. And flanking hard left is Elektra, all by herself. Pat's got the priority, and he's going ahead and doing the classic advanced R&D and then Spirit of Wakanda. So he's got them all together like that, Vince, of course, because they have to be within 2 of the person playing the card, so that they all can benefit from the ability, which they have. Shuri seems like she played the card because she's the one with no power. She must have played it.
Yeah, and I think that's the person to put it on.
Yeah.
She's not going to pick up any of these objectives. She doesn't really need power. Like, I obviously love the bubble's amazing, but on this, she's just a push bot. I think you're gonna, on a D shape, you're gonna struggle to keep anybody in that bubble significantly.
All right.
So her power is definitely the most expendable. This interaction is dumb. Like the absolute rocket jet fuel that this list is gonna inject into its veins to start off this match is just one of the silliest things I've ever seen in MCP.
Yeah, it is pretty nuts. I mean, and it must be by design. Like, it can't have been overlooked, right? Because what?
If it's not overlooked, and this was intentional, the designers and I need to have a conversation. This is ridiculous. The same guy that designed original Malekith designed this card. Yeah. If this was intentional.
Okay, Miles, go ahead and took that hammer out the top of your screen and is going to sit on top of the building, securing it as well. Meanwhile, Deaton moves Spectacular Spider-Man over to the bottom, took that hammer, and is also securing that secure. Over to Pat then.
Yeah, I believe Amazing can take this hammer and be back past the midline.
Yeah, so he's looking at Amazing Spider-Man here.
I don't remember if you can... I don't remember off the top of my head because I don't play this list. But I don't remember if you can do the medium and then do the 2 longs, or you need both longs to get there, and then you only back up the 3 stick? Nope, you definitely get there.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh boy.
Is that crazy? Wow.
Yeah, as the designers intended, clearly.
So, folks at home, the reason this is happening is again because the Spirit of Wakanda, Amazing Spider-Man, has a ton of power on him, which means that he can web swing straight away. That's what the 3 ruler is. So he's web swung forward from deployment zone, and now he's going to do one single long and potentially get that home hammer off of Deaton, and then be able to move long to safety, essentially. And sure enough, this is what's happening. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really surprised by, like, so part of the reason I thought the grunts were here was to prevent this play, because the grunts can grab that home hammer, throw it backwards, and then Electric could have gone grab the side one, and then like this whole rocket fuel jet start is just like off the table. But he went first with he just went with Spectacular and grabbed the side hammer, and I'm just like kind of surprised
That's a good
was
point.
the route that he took.
It's a good point, Vince, because as we noted, Pat has nobody on this side, so he was abandoning that point, pretty much.
I mean, like, Amazing can get there, like, and back up. He can do the same thing in this direction. So that's why I thought the grunts were here, was to, like, I thought it was a really clever, like, counter from Deaton to just, like, deny this super fast start. Because I think if the Web Warriors player goes 2-2 here, like 2 points on extracts, 2 points on secures, and just is flat down the middle, I think it like heavily favors Deaton if he can get that opener.
Because then he can keep carrying that away carrying that advantage for the rest of the game.
I also just think that like his team is better at pulling the like. I think just Web Warriors are better at pulling the extracts off of Wakanda than Wakanda is at pulling the extracts off of spiders. And like Wakanda is going to lean on their huge head start to win the game. And if he can deny that huge head start,
right,
even though the tempo seems even, it's not. It's favoring him.
All right. Looks like Deaton's making some choices here. Not clear on what he's going to do just yet. Looks like he wants to secure the back point. He cannot use the ninjas for that. They do not have any secure abilities. So it must be somebody else. Maybe Black Cat. No. King Chala. Sure enough, it's Black Cat.
Oh, it looks like he deployed Electra wide left side. And so by starting off... Okay, so like this looks like this was Deaton's plan, and Dunford actually just countered it by picking up the side that had Electra on it.
Gotcha. A lot of tough choices for Deaton, actually, because Patrick has, he had free sway to take any 3 of the hammers, or actually all 4. He literally could have taken all 4. Any of the 4.
I guess this doesn't work unless, it doesn't work unless Deaton has priority. Oh, this is just so brutal. Such a brutal opener.
So Black Cat has just decided to sit on the home secure for Deaton. Back over to Pat. Yeah. Pat's activating Shuri to do his home secure.
Deaton would love for the crisis to trigger here and give him some power on Black Cat. My gosh.
Good point.
Yeah, huge deal.
Yeah, it's a little sad about regular Web Warriors because I've been playing Hellfire Club, which is actually just mostly Web Warriors plus Emma. And it's the same thing, not quite as egregious as Spirit of Wakanda, but basically she juices them up so quickly that they get to do fun stuff straight away, or turn 2 anyway, round 2.
Yeah, I think you give up a lot of stuff to do that. I'm not super convinced by the Hellfire hype that's going around. I think so. Fundamentally, I just despise the design of Hellfire. I hate everything in faction. I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
The whole point of the game is to be asymmetric and then splash whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, I just think Emma's just playing down a tactics card and having to play Emma. I don't think it is worth that insane leadership. And the leadership is very strong. Like don't let anybody kid you.
Okay, interesting.
But I think.
Oh, you want to finish your
Yeah,
thought?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, I was just saying he's interestingly put the ninjas on a secure, which I said they cannot control or contest, but he plopped it straight down on there, and now he's moving Electra once, and he's going to attack Miles up there, which I think is the kind of thing that, does she get to teleport over to him now after this attack?
If she deals damage, she'll...
Ooh, great hit though. Holy mackerel. 6 hits.
Oh, let's go. And no rerolls on Miles. Although Miles' defense roll is also
fantastic.
cracked.
Yeah.
He's got 4 blocks.
Yeah, including cover, sure.
Because he got cover, yeah. So it doesn't need the rerolls. Doesn't matter that she denies them. She'll pierce 1.
Okay.
So, man, thank God. If he had blanked out here and his 1 cover would have been denied by pierced, he would have just died. With this roll.
Yeah, fantastic. So that's 3 out of 5 hit points that Miles has taken, and Electra gets to portal to within 1, which is a great ability of hers. She's really come into her own now with the changes on her card.
Yeah. I think Electra is really good. She fades really quickly on her backside, but I think that character is really good now.
It takes a little finesse to play her, though.
For sure.
But that's what top players like. They like that challenge, making that happen.
Yeah. And most stealth characters take a little bit of finesse, like where am I safe? What's going on? Especially like if you have something like martial artists, or in this case, martial prowess. Like, do I go within 2? Do I stay out of 3?
Going back to what your comment triggered in my head, you're saying how the game is so extract focused now, and I agree with that. But it wasn't so long ago. Do you remember how we were complaining how the game was, people only cared about the secures and extracts were kind of pointless, except for Web Warriors maybe, and nobody really played them very much? Do you remember that wasn't all that long ago?
Yeah, so I'm complaining about it being too extract focused right now, but I do heavily prefer this meta to the one we had before it. Right,
we're just throwing people off points, secures.
Yeah, or there were so many dead extracts.
Yeah,
where you could just my run at Second Wind, the only Second Wind I've played in. I essentially lost to a Malekith player that made no attacks because he on turn 1 found the senator or whatever, and then just ran the entire game.
So Storm has double moved up onto that point to secure it alongside Miles. Pat's got the little short stick out on Electra, though. I'm trying to think if Storm's got a superpower to throw.
She's got to throw.
Yeah,
for 3 power, and it's online turn 1 because the designers intended Spirit of Wakanda to be this good. Why shouldn't I get to throw you off with a 3 cost superpower on turn 1? Why shouldn't I get to walk? Right? We definitely didn't errata Valkyrie to not do that anymore.
That's right. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, but he's elected not to do it. Now he'll still own that secure because he's got 2 characters against the 1, but he's elected to leave Electra there, maybe to beat her up later.
Yeah, I think you hang on to it. I don't think there's a reason to go for it.
Yeah, you got the point, and you probably want to start beating her up anyway. Deaton moving Miles onto his secure here. Now he's got triple models here, and none of Pat's ones really looking to come and contest it. So let's see if he puts anybody on the point or what.
Maybe he's worried about the walk Spirit of Wakanda, or walk Wakanda Forever, just to win some points here, and put some early damage on his models. But I think he's way too committed to this lower side that we're looking at.
Yeah, seems like it. All right, but we'll see. Deaton knows what he's doing typically, so
yeah, I mean, he's a good player. Don't.
Yeah.
These are both TTS champions.
Yeah. And we're not. Yeah. So that leaves Black Panther for Pat to activate, and then King T'Challa. King Chala did some very, very awful things to me at the Belgian Masters in February. Oh my lord, I had no idea what he could do.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a 5 threat, like for sure. I don't know. I'm pretty lukewarm on the character.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with just the fact that he's named T'Challa.
That doesn't suit you.
Well, no, it's just that like the other one is like among the best 4s in the game, in my opinion.
Right.
And,
Okay, I gotcha. So
like,
the alter ego is the same, so you can't field them both.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. And most of the places that I would want to field the new Black Panther or King T'Challa, I would rather just have Black Panther and save a point.
So interestingly, Pat's decided to put Black Panther onto the home point and secure it as well there. And that ends his activations. That leaves Deaton to move King Chala. King Chala looks like he wants to try to contest that top secure.
Yeah, I think he's got to go for it too, but I don't think he gets there, right? Because
No.
T'Challa's not a wall crawler.
No.
So.
Does he have pounce?
He does have pounce. He
but
can't
no
pay
power.
for it, though.
Yeah. He doesn't have the spirit. He needs more spirit. He needs more teen spirit, Vince.
It smells like he does. Yeah. Man, I think Deaton is just already in so much trouble here.
I'm drinking whiskey. How dare you, sir? People in the chat just saying I'm not drinking. My lord. How do you think I get through these shows? Jesus.
I am unfortunately not, because A, it's a very different hour here, and B, I have a long weekend of drinking ahead of me.
Oh, what's happening?
It's Adepticon.
Ah, of course. Of course. What's your favorite watering hole when you're at Adepticon?
My trunk. Yeah, I don't tell any of the Adepticon staff, and like just between me and you.
Yeah.
But I feel I have a big cooler that I put in my trunk, and then I have a beer sleeve, and I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. They look like a tripod case, but it's an insulated tube that holds 5 beers.
Oh, 5 beers like that.
With my tripod, and
that's funny.
I sneak beers.
Okay, so King Chala decided to move once across from Amazing Spider-Man and attack him with his very long-ranged attack, which is one of his hallmarks, and managed to put in 1 point of damage into Amazing Spider-Man.
Nice, we got there.
Yeah. So
okay, lots of work to be done.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go wide so people can see the state of the game here. Deaton is clustered on the bottom and one character on the left, and has one up top, and that's it. Whereas Pat seems to be mostly clustered around 2 secures, the top one and the right one. That's 5 points for Pat to 3. So as you said, the Web Warriors want this lead typically so they can keep it up, and that's not the case.
Well, I was saying that's what Wakanda wants. Wakanda wants the lead. So Pat's in the driver's seat here. He's got his lead.
Okay.
It's going to be, and the Web Warriors tricks wrestle this from Pat.
Okay. Because, yes, I think typically Web Warriors, they don't do so well early game, and then all of a sudden they get like 8 points in the middle of the game, and then it gets like you can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to try to use their superpowers and their spenders and their steals to like get back in this game.
Yeah. Okay. They're just checking the crises now. Remember, if they roll a crit or a wild, they get pushed short and gain 2 power. People are pointing out that King Chala should have pulled Amazing Spider-Man as part of the attack, but Pat, I think very cleverly, I mean, I've seen him do this.
Right?
He front stopped himself on this little street sign, which was not an accident. I can tell you that, knowing Pat.
Yeah, for sure. I would still you still get to put the widgets out and look at it, but yeah, they probably declared front stop.
Yeah. They're just going through all the secures now.
Where this extra power ends up is going to be pretty important. It being on Shuri getting it is pretty big.
Yeah.
Deaton really needs it to show up on either of his 2 steals. Like, extra power here would be everything.
Yeah. So far, only Shuri has failed the roll, so to speak. Yep, that's it. Only Shuri. Do the grunts have to roll? Do they get pushed?
What does the crisis say?
Yeah.
Here, let me pull it up.
You sound like a TO. What does the card say?
Well, I mean,
it's true. 90% of the people, when you tell them that, they read it and again go, "Oh yeah," and then they carry on with their game.
Sorry, not hammers. I want. This is in vaults is called invasion. Each character they control within one of the cosmic vaults. So
Okay.
they do have to roll and then get no benefit. They only get the downside.
Right.
So I'm not really sure why these guys are on the point.
All right. So priority goes to Pat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got loads of power. And he's going to continue to have this power for the rest of the game. Miles is on 3 out of 5 hit points.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be I would do probably a swing away with Miles, maybe a punch on Electra. See if you can just fish for that wild, and then another medium move away.
Mm-hmm.
It's always tough when you have these like opening turns with a really extract focused team, because you really want to have a big impactful activation on turn 1, but often you're forced to like run because you've overextended to get this lead. So I don't know. I think it's probably. I mean, Miles has got to get out there. I can't imagine this is anything but a Miles activation.
Yep. Yeah, because he's nearly dazed and has an extract, which Electro would very dearly like.
Yeah, and like there isn't a ton of great chase here, and like Amazing should live through 2 attacks from Panther. I mean, it's gonna be dicey, but
Gil did mention that the mission objective is in Pat's hand.
that is true. And Storm isn't holding it.
No, they could. They're allowed to hold more than one. So of this particular extract.
And do we have no matter the cost on Deaton? We do not.
No. All right, Miles is attacking Electra, just as you mentioned.
Yep.
Let's see what kind of roll he gets here. Not bad. 3 hits with 2 crits. 2 crits roll into nothing. And she saved 1.
All right, so it takes 2 there. He's got to leave now. Because if he doesn't kill her, she has okay odds to just kill both of these models.
Yeah. So 2 hit points go through on her. And she's got 4 power now.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
And he's going to
he did the fly to just see if he hit the wild.
Sure. Sure,
right,
because with web swing, he doesn't need 2 moves to get out to safety.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's 5 because he's holding the hammer. Yeah. All right. Ooh.
He's gonna stay there. Wow.
He's gonna stay for it.
So he paid for the web swing, so he's gonna get extra dice, even though he didn't actually move.
I'm curious as to what the like. This is 7 dice. If this doesn't kill, looks like okay.
Ooh.
You pay for the extra.
Well,
sense.
Deaton saved like a boss. Dice gods are on his side. Yeah. So that's 3 hits into 4 saves. Electra loves it.
So Martial Prowess is going to kill Miles.
Got it. So she paid for Martial Prowess, which means that when she takes no damage,
does not have the power to play mission objective.
Ooh, wow! Pat maybe got a little greedy there.
Yeah, because of oh no, wait, has he just not marked the power, or did he go to 0 to make this attack?
He went to 0 to make the attack, so the 2 power is sitting on Miles.
Did he open with the spender?
I don't know.
He must have opened with the spender.
Yeah.
That's a huge boon.
Yeah.
For Deaton.
Yeah, bit of a break for Deaton.
Electra is just so deadly with this. I mean, pick up and kill Storm. Like, you already don't have priority. Like, right? I mean,
I don't know. That's what my inclination would have been. Pick up the hammer and beat up Storm, but I don't know.
it depends on whether or not, I guess, he has range to amazing. But I mean, I think you just take the gift you're given and just go for it.
Yeah, here we go. Looks like Electra is going to pick up that hammer. Let's see.
And she got the power for dealing damage when it wasn't her turn.
And she did a spender, I think. Oh man, nice hit!
Is
wow,
it a spender?
Good God. Well, it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, maybe not. I saw her spend some more power. Would have been something else. Yikes! 7 hits into 2
7
saves.
hits with a pierce. Good night, Storm. Go to sleep.
Oof. Yowza. So much for Web Warriors being all about running around with their extracts.
This is also a bit of a mistake on Deaton. As great as this roll is, he just didn't activate his grunts. Like, he just threw 2 actions away. Like, what are you, like, what? Like, I mean, I'm excited as you are as well, but...
It's the red mist, man. It's the red mist that gets into your head. Oh, apparently they wiggled. He wiggled the. Yeah, it's true. Actually, the ninja's actually a bit closer to
you're right.
Spectacular Spider-Man. So that was by design.
Are they just blocking the point? What are they doing?
I don't know. It's a really good question.
Okay, like, I don't understand why you wouldn't get them involved. Like, what? I guess, like, you're giving him easy access to power, but, like, who cares? Like, they're almost better dead.
All right, Deaton's done that one-shotted Storm and looking at what he's going to do with the rest of his actions.
Yeah, I mean...
He's rolling some more dice. Is it into Amazing Spider-Man, maybe? Yep, Amazing Spider-Man. So she's doing a range 3 attack into Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Rolled it. Oh my God! Deaton made the right sacrifices today.
Yeah.
That goat was certainly the right call, Deaton. That's 5 hits into 2 saves.
And the Wild Pierce again. Good luck with your witty banter. Like,
it's the blue trays. PHP Chrono's correct. As we know, Carl is the lead developer of the mod now. He claims that the code between the 2 trays is exactly the same. It's just copy and paste, but clearly he sweetened the blue roller. And he never plays red. If you ever see him play, never. It's always blue.
I also never play red, and I can promise you that my dice don't roll like this every time.
You didn't know the cheat code. That's why.
I guess not.
So
yeah, I think this is just Marvel dice are just chaotic. They're just like maximum chaos. I've never played a game with dice like this.
So Amazing Spider-Man took 2 more hit points for that. He's on 3 out of 6. He's doing fine. Electra calls it a day.
4, yeah, Pierce down takes 2. Yeah. This is a great turn out of Electra.
Yeah, she earned her keep today.
Casual 9 damage across the 2 turns.
That was really nasty.
Model's good. She didn't take 2 of her action. The grunts didn't attack. The deadliest part didn't make any attacks.
And they're not there to help her, right? Does she have the thing like Daredevil where if they're nearby, she gets more dice?
It's on the spender, I believe.
Okay.
That her spender is nasty too. That's why I was like, really concerned about Miles, about the decision for Miles to stay there. Because with like normal dice, if Miles goes for the kill and doesn't get it, she's very likely to just like put the last 2 on Miles and then spend her Storm off the table. Because like, I mean, what is What is Electra Spender?
People in the chat have confirmed that the spender is what the ninjas will help give 2 extra dice to.
Yeah. It gives them 2 extra dice, so it's a range 1 attack that costs 5 power. But it's if the ninjas are there, it's 10 dice, and you don't count crits. like
oof.
Okay.
I'll survive. No worries. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. I'm def 3. I had 5 health. I've got sure it's stats. I'm not a victim at all.
All right. Looks like Electra's done, so Pat is contemplating his next move. Taking a look at the bottom point.
Man, and it changes just that fast. I all of a sudden now I'm leaning Deaton here.
This is why we play MCP, man. This is never give up in MCP. Never.
Yeah. Play to your outs as thin as they are. Know that the dice, as much as they may annoy you, are always your salvation in a game you're losing.
So, you're a big Guild Ball player before this. You're saying the dice there weren't, did they use bell curve type dice? I didn't think they did.
They're absolutely very much bell curve dice. So, like, it's, do you ever play Battlefield Gothic?
No, I played War Machine and Hordes.
Okay, cool. So its dice are like, you have a pool of dice and you're looking to hit a target number. Like,
right.
So I'd be like def 4. And so that means your 4-ups hit me. And then you remove successes based on my armor stats. Armor is usually 0, 1, or 2. And then I remove your successes, and then it goes up the chart of like what's accessible to you. And so that makes the thing like it's very reliable. Right. And then it also had a mechanic where every friendly you had nearby gave you an extra die. So you could also manipulate the dice really heavily.
Okay. Got it. You know, Vince, people like some people have mentioned how it's the nature of the 8-sided dice that gives them so swingy. But that's really not the case. It's the fact that they're all individual dice rather than where you add them together, like on like when you do like in War Machine anyway, you would kind of add the dice together and to get a bell curve.
It's the combination of things. The dice are actually it's extremely linear is the problem, is that everybody's used to bell curve dice.
Right.
So like the odds of like essentially the odds of doing almost anything in MCP rarely dip significantly below 10%. Right? Like that's like I'm being hyperbolic there. Like that's not literally true. But it is a good way to think about your dice. Like a 5-die attack walking up and one-shotting your def 3 5 health character, right? It's like 10%.
It's always on the table.
Yeah. And then there are mechanics that are exacerbating that. So it's the multiple dice that like my defense is also a dice roll and your offense is also a dice roll. So there's more swing going on there. It has the exploding crits mechanic. And then it has things like Pierce, where like specific faces can be worth way, way more. Right? If you think about like Wolverine as like I've seen rolls where the person's like, I have 6 blocks, and the Wolverine player's like, you're dead.
Yep.
And be like, what do you mean I'm dead? I'd be like, I have 14.
Yeah.
Because I rolled 2 crits and every other face is wild. And
all right.
Pierce
Amazing Spider-Man web swung up on top of the building. This is very thematic. What a great story on the top of this building. He web swung up there and went whack right into Elektra, one-shotted her and took her hammer. And now he's going to run away. There he goes.
Brutal. Getting it on the first one is
clutch.
Super rough for Deaton. If it took him 2, like Panther can get in there and make it happen. Panther can like pounce, pull Amazing off the point, but like getting it on 1, ugh. Because now Panther's like is probably like what walk pounds 1 attack at Amazing.
Well, Pat needed that Elektra down and to get that hammer.
Did.
So that helped keep him in this game. So nobody owns the top point at the moment. Everybody's dazed up there. What does J. Jonah Jameson think about that? He's like, all these people in weird underwear lying around on the floor. They all took meth.
That's not what meth does to you. Uh, does quite the opposite of lying on the floor. I'm sorry. I thought you said this was a family-friendly podcast.
Well, this is important information, though. People need to know.
Oh
no,
yeah,
that's heroin, young man. It's heroin when they're on the floor like that, not meth. Now carry on with your apple that you're eating.
Oh my gosh. All right. Looks like we're looking for other routes to get hammers.
To get hammered? Come on, Vince. It's a family show. We're not getting
To get
hammered.
hammers. All
Oh,
right. I mean,
okay.
you are. I'm not.
What's in that tea?
I don't know if I love this.
Is Deaton trying to steal that?
No, he's going for the stagger.
Okay, stagger on Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yep, got it. No problem. Does he?
I mean, the stagger's automatic. The question is there damage? Is there an elusive?
Yeah, I was gonna see if he's gonna get 1 point of
no
damage.
elusive, man. Ugh.
No, she's just hanging in the breeze now.
Yeah, this is a lot of commitment for not a lot of return.
Yep, nothing. Okay. Because she didn't even have power to grappling hook.
He's got to start committing these lower table models to play the game.
Mm-hmm. To play the game.
You can't. I mean, he can't just have 6 points, scoring in 1 victory point turn.
Yeah. So ASM on Patrick's side has 2 hammers right now, making him pretty lethal. Black Panther has 1, although he's staggered. And Spectacular Spider-Man at the bottom of the screen, Deaton has that hammer.
Yeah, okay, so I guess he's getting 2 down there.
Yeah.
But still,
to secure in the
Miles got to come up here and participate in the video game.
It's King Chala. Patrick's trying to figure out how to stay away from him. So I don't know if you caught this over in the internet, Vince, but the Swedes have taken inspiration from your Second Wind event. Did you know this?
Yes. They asked me if they could use the Second Wind naming convention. And I was like, sure, if you want to give my event free publicity. I encouraged them to be like, make sure you make it your own thing, though. And so, like, we're the subtitle. It's like, whatever the name of the event is, like Second Wind or something like that.
Right. Yes. So there's his name, Swedish Wind.
No, Swedish Wind, that's what it is, yeah.
Which is funny. Also in a brewery, though, which is what the connection is. Also a 2-day event coming up the first weekend of June. I'll be there with another friend from London. I'm hoping to bring some more people from London. Loads of people already signed up for it. Do message me or Kolar if you want to come to the Swedish Wind event. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah. And like, I also don't mind. It's not like a thing that I invented. We stole the concept from the Bourbon Trail Open, which was a Guild Ball event in a distillery. And we're like, why don't we have this in Chicago? We have some of the best beer culture.
Sure.
Yeah. That Shuri push is tough. Okay, so Pat came up with Shuri, shot King T'Challa away.
Yep.
That's really painful for Pat to do because he doesn't want to like give up Shuri. He's going to stand on this back point. But I think is 100% the correct call. This makes it nigh impossible for Deaton to interact with Amazing this turn.
Yeah. That size 4 building is really problematic. Yeah, smart move. Sometimes you got to make the unusual play with characters that typically do other things.
Yeah, like like for sure. I could feel like it's just expensive. It's just like a very expensive thing to do for one damage and one push.
Mm-hmm. Right, but it's all about the points, right? That's what I tell the new players. You're not here to kill people or daze them, whatever. You're here to score points. So is dazing helping you get a point? Great. If not, why are you doing this?
Yeah, and I think it's unintuitive for Deaton to know that he has to activate T'Challa right away, right after Amazing killed Elektra and stole his hammer. Right? I mean, he's not likely to get to see a lot of success there because it'd probably be like walk, pounce, make one attack without the rerolls. But like you gotta start somewhere. You gotta get it going. Oof, everything is just so far away.
Now, is this part of the what you see when people are playing Wakanda? That it's these pushes and things as opposed to running away from them, like Web Warriors do. That they keep their distance. Yeah. Is that how it works?
It's a mixture of both things. It's like some pieces are committed that ideally aren't scoring points to remove people from the fight, and like this is what you want to be. Is you want to be like you want to be uninteracted with.
Yeah.
Like Wakanda, I think ideally would like to play just turn one if they could. If they could be like whoever's winning at the end of turn one, we'll play that game. Did I win priority? Cool, I won. Right, and like I think everything kind of stems from that kind of idea.
Wow. So Deaton looks like he moved once and then did a climb up onto the building.
What's the two? Do I not understand how King T'Challa works? Is it a pounce or is it a place? It's a place. Okay, it's not a pounce. Right. So he walked, bounded up there.
Which is a place, not a throw.
Yeah. Okay, right. So he has web swing like Miles, but it's a two stick instead. It's not pounce like Arnold Panther.
Right. But the important thing is the place, not a throw. So because if it were a throw, he wouldn't be able to do that. He'd just throw himself into the building and stay there. Here, he's made able to go up to the top. Now, does he do an attack? Yeah, I was going to say, is that part of the attack, or is it just superpower on its own?
No, it's a superpower on its own. It says the next attack it makes this activation gets 2 dice. Just curious as to like the reasoning. Like, why not? I guess maybe he was worried the climb wouldn't get him up there, but I don't know. You could always do it after.
I think Pat passed, maybe, and so Spectacular Spider-Man moved forward, and now is attacking Black Panther.
Yeah, moves forward. He's got looks like impact webbing. Didn't hit the wild. Didn't get any damage through, and then is web swinging back.
Right, because Black Panther counts blanks on this side of his card. So he's saved like a boss. Yep, and then swung right back onto the point. So Pat leaves Black Panther for Pat, who's sitting on a point currently, and looks like he's just going to stay on that point.
Yeah, I think he's going to shake, stagger, and back up. Yeah, no reason to do anything else. No reason to commit.
I see Mike DeLuca's in the chat. Mike, how long has Deaton been playing this roster? Is he really familiar with it? He got a lot of reps in on it, or is it relatively new for him? If you could let us know, that'd be great. And so Deaton is wrapping up round 2 with Miles, and looks like Miles wants to go contest the home secure on Pat's side and maybe get one attack in because he now is web swinging over to that point.
Yeah. So I think it's fairly unintuitive, but I kind of think he should have flipped the order of these activations and committed both people over here, because I'm not sure Spectacular scoring 2 points a turn is going to be worth playing the game down 3 threat.
All right, Miles is elected to go after Shuri instead. Great hit. Deaton's dice really working well tonight. 3 crits. Let's see what they roll into.
Yeah, all right.
Mm,
I actually like this. I actually like nothing about it. I like this decision because he's looking to build power to get the extract off of T'Challa.
mhm. So he's
He's
got
going.
5 hits into 1 save. She's doing her rerolls and gets another save. So 2 go through.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Just the leadership reroll. Wait,
excuse
just
me.
2 go through?
I counted 5 hits into 2 saves, right?
That's 3.
Where I see a
5 minus 2 is 3.
yes, 3.
Um,
I need to slow down.
I'm just like, I'm being. Is this
What?
part of the hazing ritual for being on this podcast? He's just checking
Yes.
to see.
It's not hazing. It's you're my crutch.
I actually like this. Building the power here is going to mean that Miles actually threatens Panther to take this hammer.
And he's thrown her now into a building as well, so she's going to take 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
I think. If he actually hit, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like she's actually touching the building, so maybe she didn't quite get there. Apparently, Deaton's been playing webs on and off for like 3 years, but King, Chala, and Electra are new additions. All right, so that was the end of round 2. They're going to get the points in. That means Pat is at 8-6. So Deaton's narrowed the gap by 1 point, right? No, it was 5-3 before. No, so it's still 2 ahead. Pat's still 2 ahead, as he was last round.
Yeah, he's scoring 3 hammers this time. Yeah, and yep. Mm.
Mm.
Rough. Yeah.
What are you bringing to Adepticon? What factions?
I have Brain Shield.
Just shield still. You're still on the shield, hey? Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I've toyed around with other stuff. Part of it is the thing that I'm excited to explore next is Cabal, but Cabal is going in the painting competition, and I've been mostly focused on participating in the Worthy, as I made a promise to my buddy Paul at last year's Adepticon that we were going to both enter a piece, and we both dumped 200 hours into different pieces.
Oh, exciting!
To put in there.
Cool.
I'm really excited. His is a duel between Wolverine and Hulk, and it's gorgeous. You wouldn't even know that he's been painting for like a year and 2 months.
Wow.
Like, yeah, there's a difference between what hard work looks like and what talent plus hard work looks like. There's about 20 years fast.
That's amazing. Oh, I can't wait to see it. So far, of all the secure rolls, Pat's Miles has failed. So he got pushed off the building. He's on the backside of the building here at the top of the screen, as you can see. I don't think anybody else has failed just yet. No. The ninjas are going now, too.
I don't understand the decision to keep the ninjas over here.
Yeah, that'll be a key question for us when we go into the post-game wrap-up. Okay, that's it for the secures. They're done. So Pat's got priority yet again.
All right. I think he's got a tough call here as to what to open up with. There's like a non-zero chance that Electra kills Storm and Miles.
Sure. She's sitting on 8 power,
which is terrifying. So it's like spender Storm, build her someone else, or she could build or spender ASM, assuming that she hits the damage to get Assassin Step through, which is like not guaranteed. So I'd be, or she could go for like build her into Miles, see how she goes, Assassin Step over there if it goes somewhat well, and then try to impale ASM. I don't know. The Electra opening here is got to be just like the only thing that Pat's thinking about. Like, if Panther gets his hammer stolen by Miles, it is what it is. Like, you have the speed to go try to chase that down.
Problem is
But,
King Chala is sitting there to take advantage of whatever Pat does.
Yeah, and also Electra is protected by... Nope, she is not protected by sacrifice. Never mind. Why? Right.
No
Spiders
sacrifice.
don't play sacrifice.
Nope.
Especially on D shapes. Okay. Yeah, there's no Gwen in the list, so she's just open for it. And then there's also a little bit of a risk of... Man, I just don't think he's well set up for an all webbed up here either.
Yep.
Looks like he doesn't get up there.
Nope. Can you remind us, ASM, is his web swing the kind that also gives extra dice?
It is.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So Pat's
only the brand new spiders hit web swings don't give dice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, only Agent Venom.
What about Spider-Man 1? Does he have his?
Nope.
He doesn't.
He's webline impact webbing is his gimmick.
Okay.
Which is good. The problem is just that like spiders are just like full of like some of the best scenario pieces in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks kind of derpy. All right, so he's web swung forward behind the building and is attacking Electra with those extra dice. Let's see if the dice gods say yes.
I think this is a little risky, but it is 8.
Ooh, okay, no problem, Vince.
Never mind. Right, because he's 7, 8, 9. So these are 9 dice attack.
Yeah. So
two hammers do make quite a bit of difference.
Yeah, 2 hammers on top of it. Correct. So the web swing plus 2 hammers, that is death on a stick. That is 5, 8, 9 hits into a decent save, though, to be fair. 1, 2, 3, 4.
She's dead.
Just. Wow. 6, 7, 8, 9 minus 5. Yeah. Wow. That was a very lucky break for Patrick.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. All right. His lecture problem solved.
And the ninjas go away too, Vince. You don't have to worry about them anymore. You don't.
I don't have to worry about
puzzled by their existence down there. All right.
Man, ASM
killing it this game.
You just run ASM in the corner, right? Like, I mean, it's tempting to take this attack into T'Challa, but I don't think you get him. Although I guess T'Challa doesn't have any def tech, so it's just a 7-die attack.
Yeah.
There's no way you do 6, and then you lose your ASM. You just walk along the way and make him spend an action.
No, he's doing it. He's going to Storm. I think Storm. It's hard to say if he clicked the right place, but oof, Pat's just going for it. He's not playing. He's got Wakanda forever.
I think this is a spender.
Yeah.
Spender and then back to
Wakanda
forever. Okay.
Vince.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I think the spender backed up by Wakanda forever is actually this is the correct line. Yeah, I mean Marvel dice are gonna Marvel dice. Like this is looking bad.
We thought Deaton had some decent dice. Pat was just warming up. He's like, hold my beer.
I gotta be honest, this is not the experience that I have when I play SM.
You clearly don't know how to talk to your ASM model.
Yeah, I guess not.
You don't have the right moves you got to put onto that model. He's 5 threat. He deserves a bit of extra attention.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't like that.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's Storm. Storm, is she knocked out as well?
I guess it's fine. I guess Miles
Storm,
can't
sorry.
swing and spender.
It was King Chala. Beg your pardon. It was King Chala that took that nasty hit, and he dazed him. 7 hit points, 1 shot. Boom.
Yeah, losing both activations here, brutal. Yeah, that's 3 huge die rolls out of ASM. Like ASM probably would have dazed the turn before had he not one-tapped Electra.
Yeah.
And then he one-taps Electra again, and then one-taps King T'Challa. Yeah, sometimes the dice don't let you play the video game.
Sure. Yep. Sometimes they say no.
It's rough. Okay, what are Deaton's outs here? probably go with Miles, get the hammer, try to stem the bleeding on these points until you can get your King T'Challa back up. You've got priority no matter what. You can take one of his activations. I think you open and Spender into his T'Challa, get the hammer, take your one kick, and hope for the best. And then try to play for an action. Man, I don't know, man. He's in so much trouble. You got to set up for a good all webbed up next turn.
Yeah. He'll be full on power, his characters.
Yeah, maybe you come over here, you try to like Daze Shuri or Storm or Chaos Storm and see if you can get set up for a really good all webbed up next turn to try to swing you back into the game. Kill 2 or 3 activations, get 2 or 3 hammers back. Because you know where half the hammers are going to be. They're going to be on that top point.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you kind of abandoned this King T'Challa threat that you set up last turn. I think you have to get out of there.
Yeah, because ASM, I mean, okay, he did a lot of damage just now, but I mean, his hallmark is how tanky he is. King T'Challa, though, puts a lot of power. He puts out a lot of damage, King T'Challa, so I'm not sure if ASM would survive.
Yeah, or, I mean, also just like, I mean, maybe swing over there, kick Shuri, kick Storm, have a bunch of power on Miles, and open with the Spender on ASM. I don't care how tanky you are. Give me the hammers.
Yep.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, Deaton's taking his time thinking through this, and it's understandable. You know, he's not used a single tactics card either.
Yeah, it's true.
So it looks like he's sticking his Miles into Black Panther 1. Decent hit, 4 hits, including the wild. Patrick has rolled 3 saves. So that means 2 going through, plus the throw.
No, this has got to be... I'm sorry, who's attacking here?
Miles, Deaton's Miles went into Black Panther.
This has got to be the Spender then.
Okay. 1, 2...
Yeah, there's...
3, 4, 5, 6. It was 6 dice.
And he's only got 1 power left. Right?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right. So folks at home...
Oh, maybe it was...
Spender is an energy attack, and it also causes you to drop all of your secure extracts, rather. And he went ahead and picked that one up with the 1 power he had left, and is attacking again. Do another decent hit. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits into, sadly, 3 saves. So Black Panther's doing just fine.
Yeah, it's still okay. Like, you get 1 damage through, pick up a power, so you got web swing next turn, and you're going to hit him into the car for another one.
Yep.
I don't know. 5 die attack into Panther doing 2 damage. I think you got to be happy with that.
Sure. It's Black Panther's thing.
Oh, it looks like he re-rolled into blocking another one.
Okay, so he re-rolled into 1. Yeah, of course, with his leadership ability. 1, 2, 3, 4 saves. Yep. Sure enough.
Yuck. Well, I like this significantly less now. I think it was unintuitive, but I think Spectacular had to come join the fight last turn. Right? He's just going to struggle to, like, yes, I would pay 3 points to score 2 points every round, but not if I was going to lose the game no matter what. I would rather have those 3 points do something else. And I think there's especially on these D shapes, you have to like understand where the tempo of the game is going to be next turn.
So true.
And it's also it's tough for Deaton to know that ASM was going to 1-tap 3 things.
Yeah.
And know that the tempo was going to be in jeopardy. I don't know what this measurement out of pad is. man. Yeah, this is rough. Uh,
I don't know what to say. I'm really
yeah.
kind of like, oh,
So, yeah, I mean, Deaton's just got to set up for. He needs all webbed up to bring him back into the game. It's like I think it's his only out is to set up a great all webbed up turn next turn. Position his models so that they're near where the hammers are, because that's the thing he's going to lose control of.
mhm.
He's got to get some power on his spiders so that he can start making this happen.
Mhm.
You know, like maybe a Black Cat walks, attacks Shuri, hops onto the point, set up for, getting some good power and stealing some hammers.
Yeah, it's really hard. Well, looks like a pounce incoming.
It looks like he pushes him off the point, but close enough that he can still pounce him because of this car backstop.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther Dream. Yes, hold the T key, the secrets, the ancient lore. All right, attack him again. This should be a dead Miles.
Let's see. He rolls another great hit. 4 hits with 2 crits into no saves. That's it for Miles. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that just happened.
All right. All right. Now the ancient. We're gonna have Dean's gonna have to practice the ancient song of "Don't tilt, don't tilt, don't tilt, don't
Yep.
tilt." Yeah. I mean, so it sucks that happened to you. But you just got to find a way to get back in this game.
Yeah, I mean,
all webbed up is his. I mean, all webbed up or an incredible King T'Challa opening are your outs.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
It's these are these rough
Pat's
things.
Gotta close that window as much as he can. It's open a crack still, but he's got to slam that window all the way shut. Oh boy. What? God, he's still got so many models left to activate.
Yeah, he's got 3 models. He's got Storm, Miles, and Shuri still to go. And Deaton has only got Black Cat and Spectacular Spider-Man, who you see in the middle of the table and all the way at the bottom of the table.
AKA way out of position.
Yeah, even with a web swing, it's not really going to help that terribly much. Pat's move. It looks like Shuri's going to go try to get that back point. Yikes!
I like this out of
sure,
because it's going to force him to put something over there.
Mm-hmm.
And the more stuff that is fighting things that aren't where the hammers are is going to be, it's going to be better for him if he can kind of, spread out the damage, the limited damage that Deaton has left.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're kind of spreading out the attack opportunities.
Yeah. All right. I think from here it's got to be probably. Yeah. Man, it's just so tough where half of the list that's left out of Deaton is just so out of position with this spectacular down here.
Yeah. Storm and Miles left for Patrick, which are at the top of your screen. Deaton's got Spectacular Spider-Man. Looks like he's going to have to activate him to try to stop the point from being taken with him, which, is a pity, but at the same time probably puts him in a better position to do something next round.
Oh no, Deaton. Deaton's thinking about this angle is him saying, I'm going to walk back to this point.
Mm-hmm. Try to keep that point.
I think that's playing to lose. Playing to score as many points while losing.
You have to take some gambles at this point, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he'll realize and he can come stand on the front point. I absolutely think you come up here and you shoot Shuri, and then
4 hits into 2 saves. So she'll take 2.
She'll take 2. He'll get 1
dazes
power.
Her. Does daze her.
Yeah. Come up and score this point. Come on.
Yeah. Is he going to come up or is he going to go back?
He's going to look at the impact webbing first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take the free action compression. Pseudo stagger Shuri. Great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
That worked out for him.
Yeah. I don't know. You might have put ASM in the Shuri bubble. I think you push her off still. All right. Come on. Come forward. Let's go.
Come forward.
Come on, Deaton. Come on, Deaton. I'm just rooting for it.
No,
No, please. Please, sir.
No, he's keeping him safe. He's got a hammer.
Oh, no.
All right. He keeps him on the back point. Or on the bottom point, I should say. And that's it for Spectacular Spider-Man. That leaves Miles and Storm for Patrick. Let's see what does he do up here?
Oh.
Patrick already owns the secure, so he doesn't need to pile more people up there.
I think you gotta.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think you want to hold Miles here. I don't know what you do with Storm if you hold Miles, though. I think you just kind of shuffle with Storm and be like, this is my life.
You think Storm could reach the left secure from where she's at?
I do not.
Yeah.
I don't think medium is there.
Oh, he's going to take a look.
Doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, probably not. Miles,
well, maybe just like. Yeah, I just think like waiting on Miles and having the 1, 2, 3 to go all the way over there.
Mm-hmm.
Because he could put Black Cat over there, but I think putting Black Cat over there is I think Pat's so happy with that. I think that's just Deaton loses if he puts her over there. So it's probably going to be open for a Miles to do his like triple walk thing and just be over there. Yeah, but maybe he just prefers the walk Storm, throw somebody. But I don't think you need that.
No. I think you're right. Do something with Storm. I don't know what, but then have Miles go and take that back point, the left point, I should say.
Yeah, maybe you walk over there with Storm and you go take your medium walk over there and be like, all right, now is it actually in? So as we're knocking pieces over the place. Love TTS.
Let's get a Vince hot take. When do you think post-Adepticon we might get a significant shakeup of the game? Like new crises or a big set of errata or something like that?
I think we're not going to see new crises for at least another year. Especially with like the lead time of, like that pack.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because it's been a little bit over a year since we got them because it was like December 2021.
Okay.
Right, so it's been like a year and 3 months or something like that, a year 4 months.
Right.
But the issue is the Crisis Pack like just came out.
Mm-hmm.
The Crisis Pack is like not even 6 months old.
Yeah.
They're not going to make that pack that retailers are holding outdated. So we're stuck on these crises for a while. And it also means they're going to resist erratating any of the crises. And there's 1 or 2 that I would like to see adjusted.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Like I think the demons feel bad of like be incinerated for your entire life if you ever step on a portal.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And then like, a researcher is a problem that I admittedly abuse. I think my faction would be pretty poo-poo if researcher went away.
Would it make a difference to you if it was reclassified as a secure?
It just makes it different. It means that like all the fighting teams have the same 3 secures.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead of there being a little bit of variation, they just play 3s.
Yeah.
There's like nothing to it. I think I would like to see the shapes shaken up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, let's go for an A map. Where's the A map?
Okay.
So there's Black Cat moving forward onto the side point and attacking somebody, probably Black Panther.
Yeah, attacking Panther, trying to get 1 power so that next turn she can open with a hammer steel.
Yeah.
Or at least threaten to open with the hammer steel.
She's only done 2 hits. He's saved 2. So that's not going to work. Yeah. And that's it for Black Cat.
Brutal. No breaks. No breaks, no breaks, no breaks.
All gas. What about when do we do another card rotation? That hasn't happened since they first started that new process.
I kind of suspect we're in for something along those lines. I think they're going to do something to address Spirit of Wakanda. Mm-hmm. This can't be the way they intended the game to be played. To have your entire team start on 3 power in a specific faction. Mm-hmm. Like, especially because we know now that there's more after Gamma. We know there's more Wakanda coming.
After Gamma? What do you mean? Oh, so, after the Gamma, the show. Yeah. The convention.
The Gamma of the show. Sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I think either if I had to read the tea leaves, like I don't have any insider information on any of this stuff, but if I had to read the tea leaves, I think Advanced R&D is going to go. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to ban it. I think we're going to see a ban list soon. I think that's on the chopping block. I have mixed feelings about what to do about Eyes on the Prize. Mm-hmm. I think I would like to see it go, but also I'm a murder you team. Mm-hmm. I would like to see all the safe grabs go, and I would like to shoot you on turn 1. That's what I would like to do. And I think there are teams that just like straight struggle to play if they don't have that. Which sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of tweaks they could do, actually. So it's just, I feel like it's nice time. It's been a little while. Not to say I'm unhappy, but I'm just saying it's I could feel like it's coming soon enough after Adepticon.
And obviously, like, I would love to see exceptional healing go restricted. Mm-hmm. But obviously, that's a me thing. What is this?
This is the secures. The secures are happening.
Pushing ASM off.
Yeah.
So cool. Even more power to Woody banter you with.
Yeah, and he's got web swing, so he don't care about being moved, which is the reason why you picked this secure.
I pushed him over there. I guess like what's.
Well, I think he didn't have much choice.
Well, I mean, it's any direction.
Yeah, but there's characters in the way, right? He would just.
Yeah, but I think he wants him to stay there.
Oh, I see. Like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you got to open with King T'Challa, and King T'Challa has to kill Parker.
Yeah. All right, looks like Black Panther also failed the roll, so he gets pushed off his point and gets 2 power. What are you... go ahead.
You go with your question.
It's a dopey question. It's a joke question.
It's fine. I don't have anything to say. I was vamping.
Right. What do you make of all the spelling errors in the Spider Foes affiliation box that's coming out?
Dude, my gosh. Their team is clearly stretched to its limit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
The number of like misprints and like stuff that should have been caught in editing on the last several releases has been miserable. Like, how many rules questions did we have unanswered for so long out of the new core set, which in every other way was a fantastic product that was just marred by like, how does this work? Why doesn't this have a timing? Like, lessons they've learned over and over again.
Yeah, sure.
Like, and then freaking the Rivals panel box.
Yeah.
The misprinted Pierce on Killmonger that's still not errated. Technically, Killmonger can't pierce shields.
Oh yeah, I have to.
Usurper has his Pierce says change a hit, crit, or wild to a blank.
Right.
Not a shield, crit, or wild.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh,
so
I see. It doesn't.
So if somebody blocks on hits, he really can dunk them.
I see. It's written from the wrong perspective, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like there's a bunch of misprints.
You're being corrected. Actually, apparently, surplus card's been fixed in print. Is what they're writing in the chat. I'm not sure what that means.
It is. Yeah. It's not.
I think it must have been in the preview, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm happy about that then. Scratch that. It was just the core set then.
So King Chala is attacking Advanced Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man did a fantastic hit. 5 hits into just 1 save. A lot of skulls there. Not what ASM wants to see. So this should daze him, I think.
Yeah, banter can't save him.
Say that again. Oh yeah, because
banter can't save.
Right, because of their skulls. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, it also like he just doesn't have enough hit points. Like he could remove one of Deaton's hits, but doesn't matter.
Right.
What is this?
He looks like he's scattering.
Oh, the reason he pushed him is because of mission objective.
Ah, clever. See, this is high level play that you and I. Well, I'm not going to speak for you, but I wouldn't have thought about.
Okay, and so this was the spender. So then he's getting the walk from the spender, coming over here. He's going to pick up these hammers and try to take Miles off the table, I assume. All right. Deaton not going quietly.
No.
And he's still in some trouble. Like, literally, don't let anybody kid you. But
yeah, I'm not sure who he's attacking, but he's rolling dice now. He's attacking Miles. Yeah, this is Pat's Miles.
Because if you don't kill Miles here, Miles just zaps you and takes your hammers right back, and you're screwed.
Yeah, fantastic hit again. Boy, these boys are rolling really hot tonight. It's like Hector and Achilles in the field here. The gods are just like toying with these dice. Wow, 8 hits. Good Lord. That's it for Miles. He's gone.
All right.
Bam.
All right. That's big. That's what Deaton needed to happen. Deaton's in this. Let's go. All right. We got a game on our hands, guys.
This is MCP. Vince, this is why we play this crazy game.
Man, is that a good time to mention? We talked about like how I'd like to see the packet adjusted. Hammers needs to go. Yeah. This, like, as the #1 abuser of the hammer scenario, this is a dumb scenario. They need to do something about it, which is tough because it's also clearly the community's favorite scenario.
Yeah. Well, what's not to like? You get multiple hammers, you get more dice, and you can conveniently forget about paying the Team Tactics card tax.
Yeah.
So, you know. Look,
man, I don't know. My Bucky got a hold of 3 hammers in the last tournament I played in.
Which Bucky?
One.
Still
playing
Bucky
1 because he's still the best hammers player in the game.
All right. Look, Deaton played Advanced R&D. I'm not sure. Whoever was eagle-eyed, can you tell us where the power went?
Probably everybody. Like, what is he going to do with his power?
Yeah.
He was probably maxed out of 10 after that sick hit.
Yeah.
And spent 5, 4, or 3 to probably spent 3, I guess, up to 4 for the hammer. Gave 1 to everybody. Yeah, because Cat has 3 power now, so Cat definitely got 1.
Yeah.
So Cat's threatening to steal if she can find somebody to get stuff from. What looks like
Black Panther doing a pounce.
I'm
trying to take Black Cat off the board.
Yeah, I guess you're losing this hammer kind of no matter what. Panther is not good at killing Black Cat. Like, he's very bad at it, especially with Brace for Impact still online.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Riddlesworth, are you in Chicago already? Did you finally make it there? Riddlesworth had such horrible flights going last year. He's from England. That BA comped him a whole nother set of flights for this year to come to Adepticon. It was that bad.
Yikes.
But on the other hand, he gets to go to Adepticon a second time when he wasn't intending to. There's that.
Man, I'm so hyped that we actually have a game that this isn't over.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. Yeah, we were kind of doing some jokes and some vamps to just kind of wrap the game up, but nope.
I mean, play to your outs. Very, very smart of Deaton to push ASM out of.
I love it. It was so good. Mission objective.
Very lucky too. Yeah.
Can you pass both or one, more than one?
Just one.
Just one.
Just one. But like, again, like Pat's looking for 3 points. Like, he had to dislodge both those hammers.
Oh, Riddlesworth, I'm confusing you with mid-table obscurity. I think that's what he calls himself on handle. God damn it, Vince! Everybody with their handles. Good Lord.
I mean,
you've been given one.
Tell him to become a bigger deal, and then you'll remember. I don't know. I don't know if you have this, but I bump into this every once in a while. Is like I am like famous in a very small window, right?
Okay.
And when people come up to me and go, "Hey, Vince," my reaction isn't, "Oh, this person knows me from my podcast or from my video." It's, right. I have forgotten this person's name. I do not, and I just like, I'll be like, every time someone's like,
"Hey, dude.
I love your podcast," I'm like, oh, thank God, because I could not remember who you were.
I just own it now, Vince. I just go, look. Tell me your name.
I don't know who you are.
I can't remember, or have we met, or I can't remember. I just let it out there. I'm too old for this nonsense.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still stuck in this Midwest politeness.
Yeah, I hear you. I used to be there. You use every kind of neutral pronoun you can, and all kinds of ways to avoid names. I get people to try to introduce themselves to other people, so then I can catch the name at the same time. It's you learn these tricks when you're outside of the COVID bubble that we had to be in for a couple of years.
Yeah, just put your arm around him and be like, "Oh, have you met Alex?"
Did Nate tell you I screwed up Bots' name?
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, you guys. Speaking of which, let me just plug my podcast, Alfredo Size 3 Taco Truck and Marvel Crisis Protocol podcast, where you can watch me, Vincent Kirchhoff, Pat Van Value, Nathan Horn, and Ken Bot record the best podcast about Marvel.
So, and it's apropos with the Barbie movie out right now that he's another Ken. He's the wargaming Ken.
Yeah, he's just bound to live a life of blonde obscurity, you
know. The funny thing is, though, I explained to Nate in private in DMs. I actually know a Ken Bots, and that's probably where I was stuck in my head. Ken Bots used to play War Machine, or yeah, I played War Machine with him, and he lives in Pennsylvania. Good old Ken, good nice guy. Hey, you guys have gone dark. I guess you're preserving all your Adepticon tech, huh? That's what I chalk it up to.
We just don't have anything really new to say. I actually do have secret tech this time around, which I hate, but I'm hoping it gets fixed before I have to use it.
They've got 2 days.
They've got 2 days, and like I have warned them that I am gonna do terrible things on AMG's main stage if they do not fix this problem.
Looking forward to seeing
but
this.
But also, like, I don't want to live in a world where other people know what it is. So no, thank you.
So it looks like Black Panther pounced and used one of his moves, one of his action to move, and now is attacking Spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular has a hammer. Oh God, look at that roll again. Vince, honestly, you need to be on the show more often. You're clearly I mean, I don't know. I've never seen dice so consistently horrific in a positive way, except when you're on the show.
Boy, thank God I invested my leadership in having a defensive reroll. It's really gonna matter this game. When every character is just one shot regardless.
So that's 6 hits into 1 save. Which was
all right. Ripperoni.
You were saying this was a game? What was that again?
Yeah, I mean, I did. Yeah, I foolishly thought it was a game. Um,
This is what upper echelons of MCP royalty players is like, Vince. You're just getting a glimpse into it.
Okay, so then you pounce onto the point, pick up the hammer, pounce onto the point.
I think he pounced already to get there, but let's see. I might be
Oh,
wrong.
that makes sense.
I might be wrong. No, I was wrong. He is going to pounce onto the point.
All right. And then, okay, so now, Miles, you gotta like walk, web swing, hope you one-shot Black Panther, or he'll lose.
Yeah, Pat needs 3 points to win here, and Black Panther alone is the 3 points.
Why are you going with? Why are you going with?
Vince, what do you make of the new Spider-Foes box being more of like a second affiliation box for Spider-Foes, where they have double the amount of characters than normal?
So that's the way the affiliation boxes are going, and I actually think this is the way that AMG kind of would like to release their models in general.
Mm.
So when a game gets to be as old as MCP, you have serious skew bloat, SKU bloat.
Yep.
Which means you just have too many products for a game store to reasonably carry everything.
Yep.
Right, which means like you're starting to get to a point where it's going to be hard for a game store that doesn't carry MCP to start carrying MCP. So they're trying to condense the line. And I think any chance they have, they're gonna do that.
The thing is
cool. We got a walk, swing, and a punch coming out of Miles here.
All right. Well, we've seen some serious spikes this game. Let's see if it happens again.
I mean, it's got to happen, or I think this is going to be pretty close to over here.
Middling,
yeah. But it's blanked on Panther.
Oh,
and
look
double
at that.
sculled.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
You got there.
Wow.
All right.
Vince, you're amazing. Your abilities are unreal. You're like the Professor X of dice.
I guess please let me. If
it just doesn't work
all
for
attack
you.
dice were like this in my games, that would be great because I make way more attacks than people in Shield, and my models just die anyway.
Doesn't work for you.
Miles is gonna pick these two things up.
And get the point and to secure. What the fuck is happening? Is right. I don't know. This game is bizarre. It's so good though. This is what casual people need to see in MCP. They're like, okay.
Yeah. Well, now Dean's just got to dodge the storm one shot that's clearly coming.
Yeah.
On Black Panther, or maybe his dice will go right back at her, and he'll take the counter attacks, and he'll just kill Storm. Storm will shoot him, do 4. He'll do 4 back.
Oh my god, this is so good. This is such a great game. It's swung from one stupidity thing to another stupid thing to another stupid thing, so that it's all okay. It's just all okay overall.
It's just like 10% or 10% or 10% or 10%. Like, hammers.
It's the hammers. Vince, getting back to that affiliation box. Last point though, I totally get the skew bloat problem. I also get the idea that they want to release like a cool set of boxes that you can like play a whole faction at once, more or less. It's the cost though. Do you think that's too much of a deterrent for the average gamer?
I mean, not for the average minis gamer. Like you're talking about, you have to keep in mind like this game is so much cheaper than its contemporaries.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're talking about like what does that box cost? 80?
Yeah.
So it's 80 for 4 characters, which is expensive per model, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but when you compare it to like what you need to play or the percentage of your list it is compared to Warhammer, like 40K, Malifaux even, like I think. Like I think the games that like are cheaper than us are like Blood Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good analogy or a comparison, I should say. It's just like it's all at once. You need to have that kind of cash jingling in your pocket. Not everybody has that, but I do get your point. I mean, you get loads of entertainment value out of this game with such a low model count. Also keeps the painting queue down. I love it. I think it's really great. I do love an assembled army on the table. It just does look really pretty awesome. But I just, who's got time for that anymore?
Absolutely. Like, I'm probably never going back to Warhammer, even though that's where I got started.
Sure.
When I was like 12.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. I'm very curious to see what they do. The sculpts look incredible. Zach Cohen coined the best term for whatever Sandman's grunts or constructs or whatever they end up being. So they are Twisty and Fisty are the names of the two grunts. Good luck getting that out of your head.
Vince, your powers.
Oh my God!
Yeah, your powers continue. You're even distracted. Your powers are just too hard to contain. I feel like I'm Logan now. I have to put you into a metal like bubble or something to stop this madness. That's Storm putting a casual 6 hit points hits into Kachala, who managed to save 2, so he's taken 4 out of his 7 on the backside. Good God.
Look, it looks like he can't get out of... So he's looking to fall back here. And it doesn't look like he can get out of Storm's next attack. Or even Storm's like bigger attacks. So I think he's just got to go for the crackback here.
Jesus.
1.
God.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, Deaton must be. Can you imagine the sweats that he's got? He's like, okay, I managed to be okay, and then Storm rocks up.
So he's trying to get out of both throw range, but more importantly, I think he's trying to get out of range of the objective drop.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you would just getting out of 3 would be a big deal.
Yep.
If he doesn't get out of 3, she just throws him back because she's got like all the power in the world.
4 hits into 3 saves. He's got 2 crits though. King T'Challa, see if he gets to save this last one, and he does not. He'll take another point of damage there.
Yeah. She can push on it for 1 more.
Oh, Shuri's going to help.
Shuri's going to help, and he's got the Panther leadership as well. Oh boy.
Jesus. Yep. So that was Shuri's help. She hits 6 hits against the 3 saves.
That's what he needs.
Yep. And that's it for King T'Challa, who has a hammer, by the way.
Yep.
Storm.
Right. That's going to be...
Remember when Storm was such a chump?
When was that? I don't know what this fantasy you're lying about. This has always been one of the top tier 3s in the game. No. Never has not been.
People say she just hung out in the back and did nothing.
That's because they played her wrong. X-Men players are the whiniest bunch of goobers I've ever seen. They just have like broken model after broken model, and they're like, when are we gonna get new things? Oh, we have mutant rapid fire on Domino. Good. If they never got another good model ever, they'd still be competitive. No model has ever been nerfed as hard as Storm, and she is still a top tier character. F off with that nonsense. That is a make-believe story.
The X-Men Discord is melting. It's falling over from everybody trying to shitpost on you.
I don't care. You come at me. You freaking pick your faction. I'll dunk on you with my stupid claw boys that roll good and just kill the world.
It looks like 50-50 in the chat, both against and for you, sir.
Vodka Blitz agrees with me. None of the rest of your opinions matter.
He's given up on X-Men and is playing Claw. I mean, he's really gone off the deep end. You can't listen to him. He's like that crazy old Dodger that talks
only one of the best X-Men players to ever live.
Yeah, but now he's in the pub in the corner mumbling to himself in his beer about Claw.
That was, man, the Claw thing is so cool. Go watch that video on my channel. Go watch I Was Wrong About Claw.
I know.
You can,
Good video.
You can channel this anger about Vince is always wrong about stuff. No, I cop to it when I'm wrong. I have strong opinions, and when I'm wrong, I cop to it. And you can watch me go be wrong about Claw and Wong on my channel. But there's not going to be an X-Men video. I'm not wrong about that.
People are asking, why is Kachala on 1 hit point left? That is a good question.
It is. Didn't she?
I thought she rolled 6 hits into what, maybe 2 saves?
3 blocks.
Three
and then
blocks.
If not, she can just
cover.
No,
no cover. She's within 2.
Did they get recaled or something? No, he doesn't have recal. Well, I don't know what's going on.
Anybody know? Brace? Yeah, but it wasn't the throw that was the problem. I mean,
it wasn't like
she outright hit enough hits.
He had 3 blocks into 6 things. Maybe the hit points were marked incorrectly initially. Like maybe he only had 3 damage on him, not 4.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe we're reading the board state wrong in some way. I don't understand why he's still alive.
Yeah. They're re-rolling some dice too, so maybe they calculated the dice wrong or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe
Miles re-roll.
I guess maybe my rules re-rolls.
Well, in any case, Wakanda Forever is going to solve this problem. But it doesn't do it? No. What is going on? Because
now fallback's being played?
Yeah, there was 5 hits now in this Wakanda Forever attack. He saved 1, but now he's falling back? Like, what? Whoa.
Didn't we realize this couldn't get him out and couldn't impact the game? I don't understand what's happening.
Oh, he's falling back so the hammers would stay away from Storm. That's what it is.
Yeah, but didn't we look at this and he couldn't get out?
For people, I don't know why he was still on a 1 hit point. But anyway, what happened, folks at home, is that Pat paid Wakanda Forever, which gave him another attack. Storm, of course, crushed that attack and did the 1 point that she needed. However, fallback works before damage is dealt. So you can actually move back out of the way before you actually get knocked out or dazed. So that's what's happened here. So now Deaton has to put these hammers down further away from Storm than he would have liked.
Yeah, I thought they looked at it and he couldn't get out, but maybe I guess it was just barely still inside 3, which is longer than medium, and medium's like the range, like slightly shorter than medium.
This is crazy. What a nutty game. This ending is amazing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. I think guy going down here. All right, he's spreading the hammers out.
Yep. He doesn't want Pat to have easy pickups.
Well, yeah. Well, Black Cat has like a lot of mobility to come get this stuff.
Yep, and that's exactly what Deaton's going to do.
Absolutely what you got to do.
Hey, Poulet. Poulet from France. French team captain from the WTC. You need to watch this game if you haven't watched it from the start, my friend. This game is nuts.
And more importantly, I should talk to X-Men and everybody's there.
Oh yeah. I mean, that server is it's on fire right now. The fire brigade is out there trying to put it out.
I'm sorry you can't win with your broken faction. My bad.
Yeah, LVO stats were really interesting. So it'd be cool to compare how Adepticon stats look.
Oh, you gotta love TTS here.
Yeah, good old Black Cat without wall crawler. Who knew?
Okay. Trying to see if you can get on both.
Yeah.
The point and the thing. I don't know if he succeeds.
Just grab both hammers. Does she have?
Oh, and he's gonna hop up there.
Yeah, he's gonna grappling hook up there.
He wins the point because Storm's injured.
Aha. Nice one.
Okay, so we're looking at. Yeah. Okay, so he's got Shuri left to go, who can go push cat off the point, but has to probably maybe can't.
Shuri's left to go.
Yeah, probably can't push black cat off the point though.
Nope.
Because of the backstop.
Yep. She doesn't look like she has enough movement to kind of clear the angle. Plus stealth. Yes, Gil, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to walk to shoot her at all. The question is, can she find an angle that lets her push her off? I think it might be there. Yeah, I think there's absolutely an angle. You just walk like straight east from our perspective.
Yep. Exactly.
Push her off.
I'm not sure that the angle is good, but it's the best hope.
This is exactly what we're seeing.
Yep.
Turn the stream off, Pat. Quit letting me play for you.
No, these high level guys, Vince, they take a cue from the chess world and they use those anal stimulators. Yeah. I've been buzzing Pat.
You gave a long talk about this being a family show, and you're the one that keeps bringing up like drugs and like butt play. And
it's just part of the game. I can't help it.
All right. Okay, so it looks like Pat's only going to be able to wrestle a point from here.
That's amazing. What's happened? This is round 4. He could have closed this game out.
Yeah, absolutely could have closed this game out. But apparently, every attack roll going well was bad.
All right, so let's see if the push happens. That's 3 hits into 2 saves plus cover, I imagine. Yep. So no damage, but the push happens. And the angle is
definitely good.
Good. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay, that means Storm's going to score that point.
Dean's going to score, was it 2 or 3? I don't remember what the bottom of the screen looks like. He's definitely got 2 hammers. Or does he have, right? Because 1 hammer's on the ground. Or does he have 3 hammers?
Who?
Deaton, the guy holding hammers.
Okay. I'm just looking at. I only see 2.
I think.
Oh, there's 1 on the floor on the bottom too. He didn't have power to pick it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exciting stuff.
Wow. So Pat goes on 1 point. He gets 1 point for the secure. Deaton gets a couple points. 3. Secure 2 hammers. And we're going into round 5. Okay.
Anybody's game from here. I do think we're still Pat favored here.
Yeah.
3-point lead, and he's got way more points on the table.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Man, getting the KO on T'Challa was huge.
What was huge was you setting the X-Men community straight. That's the value. Joe Jumanji's upset at you with your comments on X-Men, and yet he's playing Hellfire Club these days. So,
oh yeah,
well, GTFO. I mean, Joe,
because he's a coward. He doesn't want to play his Broken Faction. He's got to play.
Bring X-Men to the London tournament on Saturday, Joe. Let's see. Put your money where your mouth is. We're having local tournament on Saturday. Joe's coming down. Jim's coming down from the north. They come down here and enjoy our elevated prices for beer, so they can go home and feel better about themselves when they pay their cheap prices.
Yeah, I mean, when Nate rides the new Broken X-Men to a win at Adepticon, we can talk about it.
I can't wait to hear your show, post-Adepticon show, and about all the secret tech that gets then put on the table.
God willing, it doesn't get put on the table.
Nate's here for it, though. He's already said in the chat He's
Nate's secret strats are just that X-Men are good and that you guys are all dumb. All right.
Are the new releases? The new X-Men releases are legal for Adepticon, right?
Yep. They sure are because they're out at least over here.
Yeah, yeah, we got ours now. Finally, the Hoofies finally let them through the Red Sea because that's what's important. Okay, so that is Black Cat. Deaton's Black Cat. He has priority, which is a big deal. Yeah, so he double walked and picked up the available hammer up top there.
It does seem like. I wonder if that's better than trying to kill T'Challa.
She's got stealth, hard to kill even if you get to within stealth range.
Yeah, but like you can open the turn with Miles picking up a hammer and taking a 6, and then if you do 1 damage to Black Panther, who does not count blanks on this side,
yes,
do another one.
Yeah,
and potentially one of those can probably be, if you're clever with your angles, can be kicked into one of these buildings. Or especially if you make, sorry, you have to make 2 power on the first attack. If you make 2 power on the first attack, I like your odds to do it a lot. And then that essentially wins you that side of the map.
Right. This is Pat's Pax activation now. Black Cat's done that. Pat needs 2 points to win.
Yeah.
Where does he do it? Black Panther?
Yeah, the issue is that Black Panther doesn't have a great activation here, or a great way to kill Miles. Like picking up, like, he doesn't have like an actionless way to pick up that hammer. I guess he could like pay for mantle, bop Miles once, pounce towards the hammer, pick up the hammer, hit either Miles or Spectacular, depending on how stuff goes. You're not going to get any pounce damage, but c'est la vie.
Yeah. So Black Cat has 2 hammers.
Brace for impact anyway, so you're not going to get pounce damage no matter what.
Black Cat has 2 hammers at the top of the board and 2 hammers are at the bottom. 1 on the floor, 1 with Miles. Feels like Black Cat is more or less safe. Oh God, Pat, where are you going? So it feels like the bottom in play is where it's at.
No, maybe he's just going to walk, pick it up, and then double walk to the point.
Yeah, sure.
Or walk, pick up, walk, pounce. I think I kind of like the aggressive line here to attack Miles, push him out of the way, see if your pounce can hit.
All right, he's attacking Miles. Yep.
All right. Especially with the way the dice have been. I mean, it's definitely going to continue. That's the way the hot hand fallacy works, right?
Look at you, Vince, you devil. You absolute devil. How dare you? Screwing up Pat's dice.
Whatever.
You
it didn't
monster.
Matter. What? He's got 4 hits on 5 dice. What do you want from me?
That's all the rerolls and stuff. He's had to use his tech to overcome your evil. All right, so, but look at that save, Deaton's.
It's Miles. Miles doing Miles stuff.
Seriously, though, Deaton, I mean, if Deaton's any indication of how to play this game, don't lose your cool.
He's able to get
Go ahead. What's that?
He's able to clip Miles on it, guaranteeing the pounce. I mean, it's just going to be braced here. Yeah, there's brace. Already before the collision even happened. Deaton flipping it over. Paid the extra power, too, because he took the 1 damage. All right.
This is really
6
good.
die reroll, kill Miles. If you get it, I like. If he gets it, I like Pat's odds to win a lot. If he doesn't, I think Deaton gets put in the driver's seat pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
Because like Miles will just.
So he's doing a spender. It looks like
Miles.
It's just going to do a spender into Miles.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, you gotta do something with all this power. You got rerolls on everything. He's got good odds to make it happen here, but What,
Oh
what
yeah.
do these
Oh
crazy...
yeah, Vince. You're back in form.
Oh, Deaton's roll though.
Oh yeah. 3 hit saves, 2 crits. The crits roll
2
into
crits, and he's still got 3 rerolls coming.
Oh my god. So he's got 3 saves so far.
Oh,
oh my god.
yeah, but that's
Oh my god, Vince, you're
what
a
is
devil.
even happening?
You are banned from the show, sir. You know what? All right, if you're at a Decepticon and you see Vince standing next to Nate when he's on the top table, you get Vince the fuck out of there. You haul him physically out of the area, okay? Because this is the Ghost Deer tech. This is Nate's tech. He's going to have Vince and whatever unholy alliance he's made with the dice gods stand next to him and give him these kind of hits. Fuck me. Seriously. Did he boost the dice? Connor doesn't need to boost dice. He's got Vince.
Yeah, I just have 2 little dials back here that Carl made me, and I can just increase the dice odds. And I was just like, I want a good game, and I just spun them both to max.
It's been so long. I've never been able to get onto the Dr. Norbert and the Huggy Bear show, and so I'm going to make this one memorable. Look, folks, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button.
Patrick here committing some thought crimes. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to use math in your head. The forums say so. What is that long measuring? Defend yourself from thought crimes, Patrick. You can totally hear me.
Look, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do some comments. We're here for comments on the YouTube page because we don't ask for any money. We don't want your money. We want you to play MCP, right? I mean, the taco truck guys even don't take any money. They just want good community.
Absolutely. None of us ever take any money, for sure. It's definitely not. Definitely don't have a Patreon that masquerade that I get pity bids because people think it goes to the taco truck guys. It's mine. They don't control it at all.
And you sell shirts too. You got merch, right?
We have merch. The merch dials are turned pretty low. We make like the minimum amount of money that website lets us make.
So the thing is I play that music now at the beginning of the show because I like that little kind of vamp, gets the hype going. But of course it's copyrighted, and I tried to actually track down how do I can get permission to use it properly, or whatever, and I couldn't. Like their people are not very accessible. Anyhow, so YouTube has AI now that figures that out. It's copyrighted, and so they say, look, it's copyrighted, so we're not going to give you a strike. It's fine, but the monetization goes to them now instead of to you. And I'm like, okay, I'm really sorry about this because I'm going to lose $0 of $0, and they can have all 0 of them.
You got to go for the double copyright claim, Majesty.
What's that?
So if you can get a different copyright runner to copyright the other, like a second song in your video,
okay,
right? The video will remain unmonetized.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know if that still works. I haven't done it in a while.
Okay.
But you can do that to be like, if you want your video to not have ads.
Right. Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
You can try to see if 2 people will fight over the money, and then YouTube will just be like, I don't care. There's no money on this.
No money. Zero money. Well, look, I hope everybody who's watching this gives us a like, gives us a subscribe, but more importantly, comments, because I love getting your comments. I love hearing about the community. So that looks like Pat closing this out. All webbed up is happening. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks
all
like
webbed up. Because I think if
Pat's moved Shuri onto one point, he's moved Storm onto the other point.
So he's got the win on those 2 points.
Yeah. And it's just Spectacular Spider-Man that's left on Deaton's side.
I think he's got to kill him in 1. For this to work. You catch if he did the spender. I see that a bunch of this power is missing.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 dice. So.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's a spender. Because he's got the all webbed up.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Pat saved 1.
Saved one. He's got rerolls, but he's alive currently, right?
One,
Oh, no, he
two,
does.
3, 4. Yeah, he took 4 points of
4,
damage, and he's got 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's still got brace, so I'm not gonna kill him there. Because if you kill him here, okay. So the elusive. Oh, okay. If he can spend her again, elusive again, he can buy this. Can he buy the swing and get on the point and throw the guy off?
Maybe.
I don't think
Maybe.
so.
Close.
Oh no, he's just gonna build her here and then swing and throw somebody off the point.
All right, Pat's paid for the mantle of the Black Panther. Deaton's got 3 hits with a crit. Or thank you, vibrating armor. Thank you. But looks like Black Panther saved quite well.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Just average dice, and it was very disappointing for everybody.
You're not even okay. So you hit the elusive again. He's coming back onto the point. Can't even get brace out of the guy's hand. Rough.
Okay, so nobody's going to own the secure at the bottom.
No, he's going to throw him off.
Oh, right. Okay, even better. Yeah, sure enough. And do an extra point of damage. Had he just done one more, he could have taken Black Panther out of the equation.
Nah, Pat's still sitting on brace for impact.
Oh, okay. Yep, thank you.
Oof, oof, oof.
Well, at least Deaton got a bunch of his cards done. Didn't look like he was going to use any for the time there.
All right, so
ASM.
ASM's going for killing
here. Black Cat just to clean things up. Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
The game is over.
5 with 2 crits. 5 hits with 2 crits.
Well, crits don't matter.
Oh yeah, that's right. She can't blow. He can't blow him up. She's safe 2, so she'll take 3 points of damage, which is enough to daze her.
Yeah. No, it's not. She's fresh, isn't she?
I'm looking at 3 out of 5. Or did he already put that down?
I think he already marked it.
Oh, okay.
I think she was fresh, which is why.
Okay. And he's just going to go on the point.
Yeah.
Or is he going to attack again? 2 hits with the crit. Crit don't matter. Into 2 saves, so nothing else happens. And I think that's it.
I think so, and I think this is Pat. I think Pat's got it.
Yep, 18 to 14. What an epic game!
Yeah.
That was absolutely epic.
Yeah.
Vince, would you please join me over into their channel on the TTS Discord?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll see you over there. All right, folks, if you got some questions, please do put them into the chat. Vince and I will. You've been thoroughly entertaining and helpful as always tonight. It was really great having you along for this. Man, did I enjoy Vince's company as well. So fun. Hello.
I felt really good, obviously, after turn 1, and then after the Peter activation at the top of round 3, I was just like, oh shit, I'm in so much trouble.
My goodness, yeah, it was exciting.
He just exploded.
Hey everybody, it's me and Vince here in the room with you.
Oh, hello.
Hey guys.
Oh, hi.
We want to thank you both. This was one of the most epic games that either one of us has witnessed. It was incredibly fun to watch.
It was very
Thanks,
fun.
It was fun to...
About half the time. Whenever I rolled dice, I was having a blast. Whenever Pat rolled dice, I was not. So.
Man, my heart is pumping so fast. That was very exciting.
Yeah. I mean, Vince and I couldn't believe just how far back and forth this game was swinging. And look, Deaton, let's start with you. Amazing comeback. You held it together. No tilting as far as we could tell. Considering the situation that was happening there, you really kept rolling with the punches and then giving some back in return. Really, actually, just like prize fighters battling it out in a real fight. How did you feel about the match? Tell us a little bit about your emotions there, because I really want to hear how you've dealt with it.
I mean, I walked up and did a bunch of damage to Miles through cover, and then I also like dazed him on his turn. So at that point, I was like, we're in for a wild ride, whatever happens. You can't be mad after that. Like, you just have to go with it. So yeah, I mean, there were a couple of moments, obviously, where you're like, is this ever going to slow down? But at the same time, mine didn't either, right? It's not like Pat was just like blasting me and I was taking it, right? So, I mean, on both, it's really hard to, I think, tilt when you're doing it both directions. It's just like, make the best choice and then let the dice do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think the difference is that in your case, you had some early wins and then a really dry spell and then a massive comeback when it came to dice.
Yeah, I mean, the Wakanda list just went up, and I made a pretty big mistake when I staggered Black Panther, I think. So I should have just killed Spider-Man, or tried to kill Spider-Man. I also made a huge mistake by not pulling Spider-Man with the first King T attack. I put myself in position and then was like, oh, here, and I was on to round 2. And I just didn't think about it. And I definitely
stopped there.
I don't think he was when I looked at the second. When I looked turn 2, I don't know that he was, but I didn't even slow down and measure it. So there was just a couple little things early that like made it harder, and then Electra going down at the same time as losing a King T activation.
Yeah,
like, I'm in a lot of trouble there.
Yeah.
So.
I think the biggest thing that Vince and I were really interested about is how heavily you focused on the bottoms, so your right secure, in particular putting the ninjas there on top of the 2 characters. Can you tell us a little bit about your thought process there?
Well, the ninjas were there because they were just going to backstop Peter, so that if he got pushed by the portal, he couldn't be pulled fully out of the action. So if he ever gets pushed, whatever. Like, I think the ninjas are largely useless as a model. They're just atrocious. They don't do anything. So I think they can do things if I have like extracts to grab. They could have grabbed like the home hammer, for example, and given it to T'Challa instead of running to the side, but then ASM's even further back potentially, and I'm like running to catch up. So the ninjas, I was just like, I will throw them over here. They'll protect me from a push, but Miles certainly should not have been over there as well. I was worried about how much Panther can do, because he could like walk, pounce, and then attack me, and then I lose secures as well. So early it was just about, let's protect whatever points we can and not go down 6-2 or something, because I just, against Pat, you just lose if it's down 6-2, right? Like I'm in a lot of trouble there. So that was sort of the thought process. But
Deaton, what about, you've played against Mike DeLuca a lot, and I mentioned him because he's a big Spirit of Wakanda fan. Were you anticipating the kind of shenanigans that you saw in this match as a result of some of that prep that you've done with Mike, undoubtedly?
I mean, yeah, you know what they're doing. It's not a secret anymore, and it's good. But I think like it's not like it won him the game right away. Like, I still had opportunities to make good plays here. I think Hammers was not really what I wanted to see. I would have much preferred maybe one of the other extracts, but that's just what happens, right? So it gave me a fighting chance. It helped my dice. So there was, you know what they're going to do, and you sort of say they're going to do it, and then you have to make a plan and hopefully come into it. And it worked out early to give me a chance to stay in the game, and just didn't work out. So a couple mistakes, clean them up, and maybe it's a little different, but it's hard when you make mistakes into Pat. They burn you.
Were you anticipating Amazing Spider-Man to come and take your home hammer?
So I knew it was a possibility. I wasn't sure how much Pat felt like he would be able to do it. Like I knew he could go get it if he wanted it. I wasn't sure if he would want it or if he would want to use the tempo from ASM to like go just destroy something on the wing, especially once I put Peter out there. But yeah, I mean, I certainly knew it could happen, but I didn't. I grabbed the side instead of the back because I want him closer to the midline than sitting sort of in the middle of nowhere. And I mean, maybe that's okay because he loses the 5 threat, but the activation the next turn is okay. But he could have just walked to the side with Panther, and then I'm really in trouble because it's so hard to get him off him.
Right. So I guess what you're saying is you're battling a bunch of very highly mobile characters, and so they had the pick of the secure extracts that they wanted, and so you're trying to mitigate that as best you could, but it was hard.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest hope was that Pat screwed up and took the hammer that wasn't across from Electra. was really what I would have liked to have seen, because then I can get both in response, and then he's forced to come into Electra to get the hammer if he wants it, and then King T'Challa's powered up, and there's some fun stuff you can do. But
Yeah.
Vince, and I like that choice that you forced there, because like the things he can go grab that side hammer with that aren't ASM are like really vulnerable to Electra.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I think my map choice was maybe a little weird. I don't know if there's actually a place on this one that maybe I could have not given him cover on both sides, or like given him cover on the side, and I could have made it a little easier to do that. But
just want to mention to you, Deaton, that this map was designed by a good friend, Mike DeLuca.
I said I had home court advantage because it's a Mike map and it's web themed, and then Pat proceeded to take that personally and beat me off the table. So didn't work out very well.
I had a couple of web warriors too, right? I thought it was hilarious that I was running ASM and you were running King T'Challa.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Vince, let's wrap this up with Deaton before we go over to Pat. Do you have any particular questions for Deaton or comments that you'd like to make?
I think we kind of largely approached it. I think like ASM or Peter and Miles stayed on your right side like just far too long.
Yeah,
like you were like losing tempo wise, and on these big maps you have to like know almost a full turn ahead of time that the tempo is going to turn against you, and you need to commit more resources rather than sitting on your back. And you're like, this kind of became your back point, the way the map kind of played out. But also, like, who knew that like ASM was going to one tap two characters at the opening of the turn? Like, if he doesn't get T'Challa or he doesn't get Electra, like, I think you're in fine shape.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. They definitely needed to rotate earlier, but yeah, if either one of them lives and gets an activation, I'm in a really, really happy mood, because I think I can hit back pretty hard with either of them. But he was rolling 10 dice or something, so.
Yeah, I was in a bad spot, I think, after the disastrous Miles activation in round 2, and that stroke of luck brought me right back in it.
Yeah,
it really, like, the game flipped back and forth so many times with like how swingy the offensive dice were.
Yeah.
Patrick, let's talk about that, because we were very interested in how that decision that you made there. Can you tell us what your thought process was?
In regards to hitting Electra?
Yes.
So I'm 5-3 up. His models were a long way away from my models. There's no sense in me sending models into his team, right? His team has to come into me, and that's fantastic because they're going to be wasting actions crossing the gap, and then I can counterattack them. But I got priority, so I got to do something first. And I've got a hammer bearer with 2 hit points, and it's not really practical to have a plan where I run away with Miles at this point in the game, I think. Especially against such a mobile team.
Yeah, because you're saying they'd be able to chase you down.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And also, not just that, but a quick way to lose my advantage is to just be playing one character less, right? If I just start running away from the models that I want to run into me, then I'm going to lose that attrition advantage that I'm accruing by being ahead on points and forcing him to advance toward me. So I just have to activate a character. The only target is Electra, and the best person to do it is Miles, so I've just have to go for it. I figured her chance to damage Miles was pretty small because I'm making big attack dice pools with the hammer. That's why I did a spender and a swing builder.
Yep.
And I've got rerolls on top of that, right? And I thought, well, yeah, I mean, it could happen that I die, but it's much more likely that I kill Electra.
Right.
And then, of course, didn't work out.
So what were you going through your head at that point then? Because if that's the point where we felt Deaton, like you had a very strong opening with, of course, Spirit of Wakanda. That was very clear. Then Deaton had this opening. So how was going through your mind at that point?
At that point, I thought, have I just lost the game straight away? This is really bad. I had a great advantage. Now I'm down characters, and I'm going to be down points, and board position isn't looking great. And we definitely had this weird situation where like 2 of the rounds of the game were good for me and 2 of the rounds were good for Jacob, I think.
Yep.
And I was just thinking, well, I'm throwing all these characters in there and I just got to try and hope for the best. Like, ultimately, the thing about Electra and Panther is they hit incredibly hard, right? Especially Electra against my team, where all of my tough characters are more vulnerable to Mystic. And she's got Pierce. And they're really fragile. And because I can't really effectively run away while also being scoring relevant, and especially against how mobile they are, I just figured I just got to kind of burn through them.
Yeah.
You know, I just have more models in that area, more threat value. I've got rerolls. I just have to smash my models into his models until his models go away. That's basically what happened, but definitely it could have gone a lot worse than it did.
Patrick, would you say the game we witnessed tonight, when it comes to people at home trying to understand how to play the new Wakanda, is this what you think? I mean, obviously the dice were bonkers, but what I'm saying is it a typical game insofar as you get an early lead and then you try to beat up the other team, or is their game plan usually to get an early lead and then kind of just run away?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the game plan is definitely to get an early lead and then get bigger lead and then get a bigger lead and win on round 3.
Mm-hmm.
But against Web Warriors going second, I just had to be realistic, right? There was no way against Jacob, who's such a good player, that I could expect that I was going to be able to stay massively ahead of Web Warriors. And with the way that things fell at the end of round 1, it just became apparent to me that I need to do more of a hybrid approach. Score points where I can, but also do damage. I thought if I just try and score points, then I'm going to start losing models, and then it's going to become an uphill battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted to make sure that I kept Jacob down on models, just so that I could keep edging ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Vince, what do you got for Patrick?
So, Pat, did you have priority or did Jacob have?
Yeah. I had priority.
You had priority.
You
Okay.
chose secures then, Pat?
Yeah, I chose my secures because I thought so Jacob's extracts, hammers is great for ASM, as demonstrated in this situation when you have priority. Paranoia is fine for both of us, I think. And then he had Spider Infected, which is really good for the priority player with 5 extracts on the table. So I felt like his extracts gave me an advantage with priority, and I felt like our secures were pretty similar.
I guess my biggest question is more about actually like roster construction and list construction here. Why do you play ASM over like Quicksilver, who can kind of do a similar job for like way cheaper in this list?
Yeah, I do like Quicksilver. Part of the problem, weirdly, is Wakanda core is not very flexible. And it's sometimes really helpful to be able to put more points into fewer unaffiliated models.
Okay.
Because, for example, if I'm swapping out ASM here, am I also then taking a Okoye? Because I don't think Okoye is doing very much into Web Warriors on this map.
Yeah, no, she's playing like Wakanda forever on turn 1, and it's like...
Yeah, exactly. And then she's just not doing anything really relevant for the whole game. And so that's the problem, is I don't have a lot of great team builds that use Quicksilver. And Quicksilver is often competing with Black Cat and Miles, whereas ASM is kind of a different threat bracket, if that makes sense.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. And then in particular, although I think in theory Quicksilver can take the middle hammer, I don't know. I'm not brave enough to put that to the test. Whereas ASM has the option to deploy in the middle and threaten all 3 hammers with priority, which means you're really likely to go 3 hammers up.
Oh yeah, so you're saying
So because I've got priority, let's just assume my opponent's never going to get my back hammer, because who can do that? Spider-Man goes in the middle. Yeah. And then I just with priority, I activate anyone but Spider-Man. As soon as I saw her Electro Rent, I had to go and counter her so that Deaton couldn't take 2 hammers, one with Electro and one with the grunts. And then after I've taken a side hammer, my opponent can take the other or the back, and then ASM can take whichever they don't and run away. So then I have my home hammer and 2 of the others.
Yeah.
So ASM is very good on hammers with priority. And of course, the other great thing about him is he's then really good at using the hammers. Whereas Quicksilver is fine, but he's just kind of a less powerful package to have all your eggs in.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, like the one more hit point and the slightly farther away is a big deal.
Yeah, and just much more defenses, right, with witty banter and the full rerolls and whatnot.
Yep.
All right, Vince, any last questions? Because we do need to wrap up.
No, that's pretty much it for me.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations to you, Patrick. You made it through the quarterfinals. Just 2 more games to go. And what are you aiming for? If you win this, is how many times would you have won a TTS league?
This would be the 4th.
It'd be the 4th, and no one's matched that, right? You're tied for 3 with somebody else?
No, I think Morgan has 2. I don't think anyone else has multiples.
Right, okay.
I could be wrong.
Okay. Deaton, absolute pleasure. Even though I can't see you, it is so nice to have interaction with you, and I will miss seeing you at Adepticon in a few days, but I hope you have a great time at the show.
I won't be there for this year, so.
Oh, okay.
Sad.
Oh.
I'm grounded for the year. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
sorry to hear.
No, I'm getting married this fall, so.
Oh, congratulations! Amazing.
Hooray, congratulations.
So thank you.
That's good times. And thank you everybody in the chat. You guys were wonderful tonight. Really kept it lively for us. But most of all, my dream has come true. I have streamed with Vince Kirchhoff. And it was absolute pleasure. You brought a lot of value to the show, and I thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you
Robert.
for watching. We have 2 more games in the quarterfinals that other people will be streaming. Do try to tune in for those, and I hope to see you again as we wrap up the final 2 weeks of Season 13 of the MCP TTS League. Thank you all, and have a great night.